Welcome back, third grade boys and girls of ATIS. Today, we will continue with math, fractions on a number line, part 2. It is April 26, 2020. Let's get started. As always, it is important to review our vocabulary. Do you remember what is a fraction? A fraction is part of a whole. If you divide one whole into equal parts, those parts are known as a fraction. What about the numerator? You got this? The numerator shows how many parts we have. It is also on top, the number on top. Let's move on to the denominator. The denominator is at the bottom of the fraction and it shows how many equal parts there are in a whole. So if you divide that whole into equal parts, the total number of equal parts we have divided the whole into, that indicates our denominator. Fractions on a number line. To set up a number line for a fraction, you need to divide the line into the correct number of equal spaces or pieces. This is the fraction's denominator. It is important to remember you count the number of equal spaces on the number line. Let's have a look. Or let's review. You see the number line? Your start point would be 0. The last indicator on the number line, that would be 1. Now, remember the space between the start and the end point, that indicates our whole. The whole that we have to divide into equal number of parts or pieces. So, let's look at halves. Again, you will look at the number line and see that there are 2 equal parts or 2 equal spaces on this number line. Why? Because our whole consists of 2 halves. The starting point and the end point include the halves, the 2 halves that we have divided. Thirds. Start and end point. Let's count. 1/3, 2/3, and of course, the 1 whole, which is 3/3, because 3/3 equals 1 whole. The space on this number line has been divided into 3 parts, 3 spaces, because our denominator is 3. Let's look at fourths. On this number line, I can see there are 4 equal spaces. Let's count. 0, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and of course 1, which is 4/4, represents the 1 whole. Let's continue. Fifths. I can see on this number line there are 5 equal spaces. My 1 whole has been divided into 5 equal parts. I'm going to start counting. 0, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and of course 5/5, which is the 1 whole. Let's try this together. Which fraction is missing? I want you to look carefully. Count the number of spaces on this number line. That will indicate my denominator. I can count there are 5 equal spaces on the number line. So my denominator will be 5. Let's focus on the numerator. Let's start from the beginning. 0, 1/5, 2/5. Yes, you've got it. 3/5 is the missing fraction on this number line. Let's try another one. Again, it is important to count the number of equal spaces on the number line. That will indicate your denominator. On this number line, there are 3 equal spaces. My denominator will be 3. My numerator, 0, 1/3, 2/3. You are correct. The missing fraction on this number line was 2/3. Let's look at our last example. Which fraction is missing? You have to count the number of equal spaces. That will indicate our denominator. I can count 7 equal spaces on this number line. So my denominator will be 7. Now let's focus on the numerator. Count with me. 0, 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7, and what follows after 5? Yes, 6/7 is my missing fraction on this number line. For your activity, you are going to complete the My Math practice sheets that is posted on Class Dojo by your teacher. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. By the end, you will become masters in fractions. Until next time.